Have you ever had clients come to you and say, hey, I've tried so many things. I've tried the meditation, the journaling. I've even tried somatic practices. I've tried breath work. I'm doing yoga, and those are all good, but I still have this problem. What are you going to do? What are you going to say? And what is the best way to really help them move forward faster? The very, very first thing is that there is something magical about helping a client one-to-one, right? Because you are there to truly see what their thought process is like, and then you can help them to shift their perspective with regards to this. And so if they come to you with one-to-one hypnosis help, then of course you can help them do that too. But if you want to level up your progress and information, at the end of the day, after your sessions, they're still left with the methods that they used to do, right? So how are you going to optimize your client's results and make sure that if they still want to continue doing that, they do it to the best of their abilities? And so what you want to learn is knowing which practices are good for whatever state they're in. So for example, this is what I teach the bulletproof nervous system hypnotherapist, is to really look at the nervous system states. And so if you don't know them yet, there are trainings here in this platform with regards to it. If you want free access to basic nervous system regulation things, then comment below intro to neuroplasticity, and I will give you that free access. Intro to neuroplasticity, comment that below. Anyway, so once you learn the nervous system states, then what happens is that you will teach them how to do this. What happens is that they start to recognize which survival response their body is going in. Is it fight? Is it flight? Is it shut down? Is it freeze? And there are very, very specific practices when it comes to these things. There's very specific symptomalities within our bodies that are involved in each particular state. And when they can recognize that, they can then pick the right tool and place an intention as to how to get out of that and return back to a regulated state. It is very, very different what you do in a sympathetic nervous system state, like fight or flight, versus something like shut down or freeze. Very, very different practices. And one of the reasons, or probably I can bet the biggest reasons why even you or your clients are not getting the results fast enough with all of these practices is because of the lack of specificity, right? This concept is really, really powerful and is not talked about much, and it's not taught much because it is, I don't know why. I don't know why, but it's not. And I teach it because it's super, super powerful. Whoever goes through these programs have big, mind-blowing revelations about themselves. Because if you are in a fight or flight state, you're riled up, you're up here, you're going to choose practices to down-regulate your nervous system. If you're shut down here, you're not going to relax yourself even more unless your goal is to fall asleep, right? That doesn't make any sense. But most nervous system regulation practices, a lot of the breathwork practices are to down regulate, right? There's not much talk about the up regulation. But if someone is in shutdown, they need to up regulate because they are in a depressed state. Their energy is low. They're in energy conservation state. So you want to up their energy instead of further go down. So it's very, very different. It's a different prescription for someone who is riled up here versus someone with depression. But what do most people learn? Most people learn to say, do this 4-7-8 breathing for if you're depressed or if you're anxious. That can work for anxiety because it helps down regulate the system, but it will not help for something like depression where your energy is already low and you're lowering and tanking it more. So that's probably why some of your clients and even yourself if you don't, some practices don't work because it just doesn't fit the state. And so inside the bulletproof nervous system program, we drain this in like time and time again. Where are you at? We're using a nursing framework that I learned in my nursing career that has saved thousands and thousands of lives to help us heal ourselves. And so assess where you're at, and then based on that, once you know what state you're at, what your body is doing right now at this present moment, that is what you do. That is how you pick the exercises, the stress relief things that you need to do in order to come back to regulation, and see if that worked or not, and maybe go again if it didn't work. And if you're good, proceed on with your day. So this is a very, very great skill set that'll help set you apart. And of course, also, if you learn this, you start it with yourself and have your own healing and personal well-being improved as well. So if you want access to that definitely comment below, intro to neuroplasticity, and I will hook you up with that amazing free resource that has changed hundreds of lives already as of today, and happy to share that with you as well. So I hope this helped. I hope that you have a great day. I will see you soon.